All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dig into Steven Soderbergh's 2019 film, The Laundromat. It's this comedic, sometimes pretty surreal look at a really serious topic, global financial corruption. So let's jump right in and see how Hollywood tries to explain a system that's designed to stay hidden.
So right off the bat, the movie tackles this huge question. How do you even begin to explain the tangled secret world of shell corporations and tax havens to everyday people? I mean, this is a system that's meant to be confusing, right? So the movie, it has to get creative.
And to make a huge global story like this feel, well, personal, the film zeroes in on one woman who gets caught up in this web, not because she wants to, but because of a tragedy. Her name is Ellen Martin,
and she's played by the one and only Meryl Streep. Ellen's story kicks off on what should have been a nice vacation, but it goes horribly wrong. A sightseeing boat flips over and her husband is killed. What starts as just this awful personal tragedy, well, it turns out to be the entry point into a conspiracy that's bigger than she could ever imagine.
So Ellen, she just wants to claim the insurance money she's rightfully owed, but she immediately hits a brick wall. Turns out the company was sold, and that new company, it's just a P.O. box. That leads to another company, and then another one. She gets pulled down this insane rabbit hole of shell corporations, and it slowly dawns on her that her simple insurance policy is tangled up in a system designed to make sure she never, ever gets paid.
You know, Ellen's confusion is basically our confusion. So how does the film explain a system that's designed to be completely baffling? Well, it breaks all the rules and brings in some, let's just say, very unusual guides.
Get this, the film's narrators are actually Jürgen Mossack and Ramon Fonseca. Yup, the real lawyers at the heart of the whole scandal. They're played with this incredible slick charisma by Gary Oldman and Antonio Banderas, and they break the fourth wall, talking right to us, the audience, to spill the secrets of their trade.
Now, if this sounds a little familiar, you're probably thinking of The Big Short, right? That movie used celebrities to explain complicated financial stuff. The Laundromat totally runs with that idea, but gives it this dark, satirical twist. See, instead of bringing in an outsider, they use the guys who built the corrupt system as our guides, which kind of makes us feel a little complicit in their twisted, funny lessons about money. And to show you just how massive this problem is, the film structure goes global. So we don't just follow Ellen's story. The movie jumps all over the place in these short little snapshots. From Africa to China, each of these little stories, they show a different way this system is abused. We're talking tax evasion, bribery, you name it. And it's all connected back to Mossack and Fonseca's firm. Okay, but here's the thing. This isn't just some made-up Hollywood story. Not at all. It's actually rooted in one of the biggest, most explosive journalistic leaks in modern history.
The whole movie is based on the book Secrecy World by Jake Bernstein, who was one of the investigative journalists that actually broke the story. So even with all the satire, it's got a really solid factual foundation.
And the key to all of this, the thing at the very heart of the scandal, is the Shell Corporation. Just like our narrators explain, it's pretty much a company that only exists on paper. There's no office, no employees, but it can hold a ton of money and assets. It's the perfect tool for hiding wealth and doing all sorts of shady business. So you've got Ellen's personal story, these little stories from around the world, and the lawyer's explanations. And it's all building towards the real-life event that brought the whole house of cards down, the Panama Papers leak in 2016.
So, okay, the movie is super ambitious, it's got a unique style, it's trying to juggle a lot, but did it actually work? Let's take a look at what the critics had to say.
Oof. And there you have it, a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes. That score tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Critics were seriously split on this one. Some loved it, others not so much. And when you dig into the reasons why, it all starts to make sense. So, on the plus side, critics praised it for taking on such an important topic with a really unique style and an absolutely killer cast. But the downside? A lot of people felt the execution was just all over the place. The biggest complaint was that Ellen Martin, our main character, kind of gets lost in the mix, and that blend of dark comedy and serious drama just didn't always land.
But look, whether you think the movie is a masterpiece or a mess, its final message is incredibly powerful. And it's not subtle. The film basically screams that this story is far from over.
Yeah, toward the end, the movie just lays its cards on the table. Taking down one law firm, that didn't fix the problem. Not even close. The systems that let the super rich hide their money and dodge taxes are still up and running, and the movie's point is that we need urgent, systemic reform to change anything.
And really, that's what it's all about. The Laundromat isn't just trying to entertain you with satire and famous actors. It's trying to sound an alarm. It's a movie trying to drag a system that loves secrecy out into the light, because believe it or not, it affects every single one of us.
So the film lays it all out for us. The problem, the players, the whole corrupt game. It delivers this really stark warning. And after sending that message out into the world, it leaves us with one final, lingering question.